Well, we are back again, and it's 1 o'clock in the morning, East Coast time.
It's early.
And we are talking about that telephone love, that telephone, how we use how did I use the phone to make her, you know what? Make her drip, drop, drop, drip, drip, drop, drip, 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 drop, drop. So you're watching this again. This is part two, and it just is gonna take a minute for everybody to, it's like a delay on it. So, man, we had a good conversation about an hour or so ago out, and so this is part two. And I was going to talk about the story about the person who worked for a particular famous, very famous singer, but I said I'll say that. Let's say that. I'll say that. But just to recap a little bit, one of the biggest things is when it comes to getting women to do things over the phone is you have to give them instructions and you have to engage their imagination. And like I was saying prior to that, what I did was I began to learn the language that engages women's imagination so that they can have a happy ending. Because no matter what, a woman wants a happy ending. And so that's exactly what I wanted to do, is make sure that the women that I interact have a happy ending with touch or no touch.
Absolutely.
So pretty much where we're at right now. As we were telling our stories, that Vegas one got me like, I want to go to Vegas like tonight. Let me go get my plane trip, because like I got cheated in Vegas. I didn't have that Venetian experience.
Yeah. What you have to do, which I've seen in every situation, you're going to be spending your money anyway. You might as well get exactly what you want.
Right.
And that's what a lot of people are doing when they're trying to create the perfect, encounter. We call it an encounter with another person. Of course, like I said, we're talking about my experience been women, yours experience been with women. So that's why I'm talking about women. And it's basically a situation where a guy knows that for a decent date, you're gonna have to have a few elements in place. The right transportation, the right restaurant, the right place to kind of lay your head at that night. There's elements you got to put. The planning is important, but what people don't fail to do is they plan to program the situation. You could program yourself, and you could need to program your partner too.
Wow.
And you think that the money you spent is all you do. That's a big mistake, huge mistake. Like, oh, look, I spent money. I pull out your wallet. Oh, they took you to Shea, whatever. They gave you all the wrapped up bottle of wine and pouring it sideways. All the somebody else is pulling out all the tricks, and you're thinking you earned it. You didn't earn jack. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. One of the best dates I ever been on started from the Chicken Shack. You know what I'm saying? So, and I lived in a luxury apartment. You know what I'm saying? So,
right.
That it really don't matter. And when you pick somebody and you like decide that they're the one to basically take you on that journey that evening, there's no stopping it. There's no stopping it. But you got to make sure you're conscious of both situations, And I speak facetiously on purpose because I'm trying to gather the consciousness of the entire group that might be watching this. But at the same time, the rules are the same. The rules are the same just about every situation. Pay attention, put attention to the important pieces, and you'll get a result. And that result will actually, give you information on what, you need to do next time, or at least give you the roadmap to the success this time,
Very true. Now, one of the things that I think a lot of times guys miss on this, before the first video, because you listen to one, you're going to listen to two. It's that the power of intention. And in many interactions, I give a story, and I have a story. So I was once again, everything happened. A lot of stuff happened in Atlanta. That was like my birthing or something like that. So I was in Atlanta, And young lady I was talking to, we had stayed together. Her mother was one of the singers on for Milli Vanilli. She was the real voice.
Oh wow. Okay.
And so her mother came in from across the sea. She was, hi, I'm, real proper and prim. And she's like, so he stays here. She's like, yeah, he stays here. This is my place. She had a condo. So she's like, she stays here. So I said, you know what? I can't sleep in the bedroom with her. So I have to sleep on the couch because, her mother's there. I want to. So I put in my mind, I'm thinking about it now and I'm laughing. I said, man, this is crazy. So I put in my mind, I'm laying on the couch. I put in my mind, I want her to come out and to give me head while her mother's in the room down the hallway. So it's a room down this way on the left, and then her room is right directly on the right. And I was in the middle in the living room, dining room, kitchen area. And so I said, how do I even do this? So I said, I lay down and I set the intentions. I want her to come out here and to give me head. So I said, let me test this thing to see if it worked. This is before, meeting y'all. So I'm laying on the couch. I'm like, man, and she had 2 cats. So she had black cats, and at night, the black cats, the black cats would play. They on the sofa while I'm sleeping at playing. I said, this is crazy. I said,
this ain't the kind of pussy I was thinking about.
Right. So they're going crazy at night. In the daytime, they would sleep, and then at night they would play. So they going back and forth. And I already got myself. Somebody just went to my website. So at night they would play. So I'm like, okay. So I'm laying there. I said, I want her to, and I let it go. That was the bang thing. I let it go. So I laid there and I let it go. And she said, here, the door open. Her door open.
Damn cats again.
God, these cats, they didn't open the door. What is going on? So she comes out. She said, are you okay? You comfortable? I know you're my mother's here and I can't do what I need to do, She said, but I just got a feeling I just want to give you head. I said, but your mother is right there. I don't care. I want it now. I said, and the cats did.
The cats. They're not playing no more.
They stopped playing.
They're not jumping around.
So we get under the cover. I'm laying on the couch and she gets under the cover. So we kiss a little bit and then she goes down and starts giving me head. Now she wasn't normally doing that before, but I just wanted to take and see how this really worked. My attention.
Someone told me I was a fan seeing her head already.
So her mother is down the hallway and she's right there. So she's giving me head. Oh, I'm like, okay. So we go into her bedroom, and in her bedroom, she had her own private bathroom. So we closed the bedroom door and then we closed the bathroom door, and I went to town on her. I mean, I was like I was sleigh riding. Going. Then finally I had to get I finished, washed up, whatever the case. Then I went back and laid back down. So the more
you could think you were in the bathroom. That's good. You could you come out.
Right, I was in the bathroom. I took care of everything in one stop.
Crazy shower ever.
Right, took a shower, whatever. And then I finished. We did that. We hugged, whatever. Then I got up in the middle of the night and went back to the couch. So that morning when I woke up, he said, "Oh, how did you sleep, Mr. Atoms?" I was like, "I slept really good. I had a good night's sleep." And the catcher just looked like
the cat's still there.
Still there.
Oh man, the comedy you're gonna get after this.
Yeah. The interesting thing, she was the one who gave me the book by Catherine Ponders. So she opened this. The mother was the one because she worked it. She was the one, but she didn't realize I worked it that night with her daughter.
Let me tell you something. that mom knew exactly what was going on. Ain't no house that quiet. Ain't no house that quiet.
Yeah.
What you got to really ask yourself is, what was she doing in the room while she was listening to all the little thumping? She knew that wasn't no damn cats when she heard the.
She heard the macaroni and cheese.
There ain't no damn cat on the couch.
Right. You cats are really playing tonight. Mm-hmm.
That third cat is getting some vittles right now.
Right. But just the crazy thing, it was the thrill that her mother was in her house and she was able to get some while her mother was there.
Well, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, they both were getting the fantasy fulfilled.
Yeah.
Both her and her mother.
Mm.
It was a girl that I spoke to just because you brought this up. This is the only reason why this story came up.
Let me pour some more tea.
Dude, I had to tell you, this is a crazy ass story too, because I don't even know how I survived. So I go to this girl's house and I'm thinking, she's like, "Oh, I'm gonna cook for you." I said, "Oh, okay, that's cool." And, you know, listen, I'm a sucker for some Dominican food, man. Sucker for some Dominican food. And she said, "Oh, you know, when I don't know if you know about Spanish culture, when somebody makes a pernil is like a whole damn leg of, you know, a pork. Okay, this is like pork. I'm sorry, pork shoulder. My bad. Pork shoulder. It's got to cook for 3-4 hours. It's like fall apart, delicious, and then, you know, they gotta like fry the outside. There's some way they like turn up the heat at the end to make the outside crispy. That's called chicharron. So basically, if somebody makes you a pernil, they gotta put hours into this.
Mm-hmm.
And if a Spanish person ever tells you they're gonna make you a pernil, they're gonna do some arroz con habichuelas and stuff like that, they putting everything into this meal. They're trying to make you like really stay. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, she says, "Oh, I made you a pernil. I want you to come over." So I go over there. I'm thinking, this is her apartment. I never been to this girl's house before. So when I get to her house, dude, I shouldn't even tell this part of the story. Her whole family's there.
Oh my God.
The whole family is in the apartment. This is an apartment. So I'm sitting there like, I was like, what is going on?
Oh my God.
I got set up. I feel like I got set up. So we sitting at I sat at the table, right? And I'm sitting there like, okay, what do I do now? You know, like, first of all, I walk in and I see like a young kid, and I see a mother. So I'm thinking, oh, it's a mother, and then all of a sudden the dad comes out of nowhere. Then the two other siblings show up. So I'm sorry, one more sibling. So she's got 2 siblings plus her parents. There's 4 people total that just show up out of nowhere. I see this table that was set with just food, didn't have no plates on it. That should have told me something right away.
Right.
I'm like, even LDA is like, where the hell is this story going now?
Yeah. I'm trying to figure out.
This is an After Dark story. So anyway, it gets worse, a lot worse. So anyway, she goes and she's like, sit down. She's so traditional. Like, I'm talking about straight up masculine and feminine traditional. She's like,
I love it.
She sits her dad at the end of the table, sits me at the other end of the table. You see this shit? This shit? Then sits her mom next to her dad. Then the 2 sisters, because it's 3 girls, across from each other. Then she puts her chair next to mine on the other end of the table, but I'm at the edge. I'm at the other head of the table, so it's like she has it all in her mind the right way. And this, to me, I think that's sexy as hell. Like, when a woman doesn't have to prove her independence by demasculating a man, that's sexual. That's very sexy to me.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? A woman does not have to prove her femininity by demasculating a man.
Wow, that's good right there.
And I think a lot of women have to learn that part. Just play your role. You know what I'm saying? I
Yeah.
don't have to, act like I could raise my hand. I don't have to act like I have to tell you off or anything like that. I have put many women in their place that deserved it. But the ones who didn't, they think I'm a teddy bear. They think that I'm the nicest guy ever and would pick up a car to lift off your jacket. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
That's who I really am. I'm a man's man, and I will, the chivalry is always in effect. If we're walking down the street, I'm standing on the outside. If there's a door to be open, I'm going to get out the car and open the door for you and make sure the umbrella's in my hand. I do that. You know what I'm saying? I'm very chivalrous. So anyway, getting back to dinner. So first time I'm meeting her family, first time meeting her parents, family, sisters, whatever. So we get into a conversation. They don't know that much English because they're very, fluent in Spanish. I know very little Spanish. I only know how to order food in Spanish, basically. So I was like, trying to understand everything, but at the same time, they were trying to use what little English they knew to talk to me. But you
Mhm.
can see my girl, she's like totally smitten here. Like she can't believe she got the guy she's dating in her house with the parents. All right, so we get to dessert. And in this household, they have a routine of dessert.
Mm-mm.
So she pulls out some flan, which is traditional Dominican dessert. And she gets some ice cream and everything. I'm not a big fan of flan, but I'll eat it. I've been trained by the previous relationship to like, Spanish food, whatever. But like I said, dessert is not at the table. It was like a different setup. So they start moving to the couch, move to the living room. Somehow this girl knows her family's pattern. That dessert is like the breakaway point. Now, what I didn't recognize until going into dinner is that the house is not just an apartment, it's a duplex.
Oh.
So when they walk into the other room, I'm thinking they went to like the next bedroom over, whatever, they disappeared. No, they all went upstairs.
Oh my God.
They all went upstairs. So they were like purposely giving us alone time.
Mm.
Now, I've definitely been going out with this girl for many, many, many dates. And she was one of the most selfish girls I've ever been with. Basically she wanted to ring the doorbell, when we to ring the doorbell every time I saw her. We it was definitely, automotive exposure to each of us. You know what I'm saying? Like
Right, right,
every
right.
time, it was never the other no reciprocate. She was very selfish. But you know what? I was one of those people like say, I could play this girl. You know what I'm saying? I'm not selfish either. I don't know
Mhm.
what test she's trying to put me on, but you put a guy in test mode too long, he gonna line up his next situation,
Pretty
and
much.
you're gonna get all you want, and then all of a sudden you're not gonna get nothing at all. You're not even gonna get a phone call. Just trust me, guys will do that. So anyway, I'm thinking family disappeared. She probably told them, "Get the fuck out of here. I'm gonna have dinner. I'm gonna have dessert. Watching TV with my friend, whatever." They listened. They literally listened. I don't know how she got them to do this, but they disappeared. So now we on this couch in a very common area of the apartment. I'm talking about literally the middle.
Oh
Right
my God.
across from us is some damn stairs where anybody in any second could walk down the stairs. Dude, I'm sitting there like, okay. And I had come from work. I didn't even mention that. I'm wearing like slacks, a shirt. I was wearing shoes. I was not very comfortable, but now I'm
Mm.
sitting on a couch eating dessert, watching TV, and this girl is flipping through channels trying to find something that's going to take like just to give you the signal that you ain't staying um a short time. She wanted you to think you're going to be here a little while. Hopefully, maybe even fall asleep here.
Right, right,
So
right,
finding a movie to watch, right?
right.
She finds a movie. Beginning of the movie, she's searching through the cable guide. She comes back to the couch. She starts pulling out magazines. I'm like, I'm not gonna read no damn magazine. But I don't know. I didn't realize she had all this in play. So she starts trying to talk, whatever, and I'm like, so she moves over closer to me, and I'm like, listen, nothing's gonna go down here. I can't get anything on or off fast enough.
Right.
But them stairs start creaking. You know what I'm saying? I got on a shirt. Anything looks out of place at this point, they're gonna know. So then all of a sudden she disappears. She says, "Oh, keep watching the movie. Can I get you something to drink?" And I was like, "Well, whatever. What you got?" Like, "Oh, I got you want a Corona?" I was like, "All right, let's go. You got Corona? I can have a Corona in your house. No problem. Get that Corona going." Because now I'm gonna get in relaxed mode. So she cracks the bottle, give me the Corona, disappears. So she comes back about 10 minutes later in like some kind of like stretchy like gym clothes. Like she wasn't dressed formally, but she was like, kind of like jeans, everything ready, basically after work, whatever. She does switch into some like night loose wear. And I'm like, what the fuck are you doing? You're not gonna do this with your family is all here. And it wasn't like late. It was like 8 or 9 o'clock. It was anybody could be walking around. Did you tie your family upstairs or something? Like, what the fuck is going on?
Going to get some.
She's like, well, my bedroom's down here. And I'm like, we're not going to your room. I said, I'm sitting my ass right on this couch. We're not doing shit. So all of a sudden, her loose clothes. And like I said, I know she's a little selfish. So I was like, she's probably going to want me to just, go play around again. And then she's going to get hers and I'll be out. I figured, let's make it that whatever. I don't know how we're going to do this on the couch, but, let's make it happen, whatever. So all of a sudden she goes, she gets in her little whatever position, make sure that I'm going in that direction. And of course, I'm thinking, I'm selfish again. And I looked at her, I said, how many times you think it's going to keep happening that you get everything and I don't get shit? You know what I'm saying? I said, this is not working. How the fuck did I meet your parents and you still in that mode? And I was willing, like I said, I'm not gonna say like exclusive or whatever, but I was willing to give it a chance before I try somebody else,
Right.
So of course she's getting her little whatever. She's trying to stay quiet. I grab a pillow, throw it on her face because she don't want to be quiet, but your whole fucking family's here. And everything's going the way she wants it to go. So I was like, all right, cool. She, got a little rocks off. Then I go and I'm like, I get ready to go. I said, listen, the movie's not over yet. And I said, sweetheart, look, this is done. Like, you got what you wanted. You obviously felt that that's the way you want things to go. I'm out of here. I'm out of here. Like, so I leave, bro. I fucking leave. Now, this is in the Bronx. So I was on Tremont Avenue.
Okay.
Not safe. I'm driving a fucking $70,000 BMW 5 Series. I'm in a suit. And I go downstairs and no bullshit. Somebody broke into my back window of my car.
Oh my freaking God.
Dude. Somebody broke into the back window of my car. So I call her back up. I got my cell phone. I'm like, I said, told you I should have brought my other truck here. My fucking window got broken. I can't believe this shit. I was so pissed, yo. So she gets dressed again. She's not in those clothes no more. She comes downstairs. The police come. I had to do a police report. Everything like this. She goes, oh, I'm so sorry. She's like, I don't want you to go home like this. This is crazy. I said, I gotta go home. My fucking window's broken. I'm like, see, look how you are. Look how you are. She was like, I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. She said, let me call my dad. Apparently, her dad owns a taxi company. Okay. And I'm thinking, what the hell's going on here? Apparently, in the back of the building, her father has like 2 or 3 parking spots. I could have parked there. She didn't offer me that.
Oh my God.
My car is parked on the street. So she says, my dad said you could pull your car. And like now he's awake again all of a sudden. Like he couldn't be found for like an hour.
Right.
He's awake again. Tell him he could put his car in the back. They got a locked gate and everything like that. So she brought down a garbage bag so I could cover up the window. She let me close the window. I taped it shut. I was pissed.
Right.
She was like, all right, well, just pull the car in the back. so, dude, so I'm telling you, she had everything. She had like a broom, dustpan, bag, everything, brought everything. I'm gonna help you clean up the glass. Let's just move the car in the back. So move the car in the back. She's like, don't do anything. I'm gonna do it. Clean up the glass, everything. So she now is in the back seat, and she's trying to catch all the glass, but she's like bent over, and I'm like, I'm not even into it no more, whatever. But I'm just like standing there, and she was like kind of referencing something. And I'm like, we in a damn completely lit fucking lot. No,
what's going on, Razor Ramon?
No damn. I mean, there had to be cameras. It was light everywhere. You could have stole a diamond ring on there, and they would have caught your ass. That's how much light was in this parking lot. And she's like looking back at me, like from inside the car while she was back. I'm like, are you the strangest girl I've ever fucking met? Yo, she was like, literally, no bullshit, dog. I have nothing with me. I'm talking about no protection, no nothing. She was in the back seat. I had no tint on my windows, no nothing. She slid down the jeans she had on now, and she was trying to reference me to kind of like start it again. I'm like, there you go, you selfish ass trying to get off while my fucking car's got a broken fucking window. And she continues to then she grabs me and makes me slide it in. And I was hitting it I couldn't believe it. I was in a fucking open parking lot. Everybody in the building probably see, including her family.
Oh, go to see God. Oh, yeah.
What are you doing? And then I had to end my situation quick because I didn't want to let it go inside there. But the first time I had heard, it was nothing. I was like, I couldn't believe this. I was like, you are one crazy ass girl. And she was like, yeah, I like it. I wanted to get in trouble. And nothing happened. I never heard nothing after that. She literally finished, she was already done. She took the bag with the glass and everything out, went back inside, and I left and went home.
Crazy. Craziest story, man. That is crazy.
I did not think anything was gonna happen, and everything happened.
Right. Right. That is crazy, man. I mean, it's amazing because I think a lot of times when people hear this, it's like, you guys are making this up, but this is not true. But when you begin to tap into to the woman's female nature, mainly their sexual nature, they will do things that will seem like it's in a movie or in a porno, or wherever the case may be. It's beyond even a porno or even a movie. It's because every woman, if you listen to the story that he just shared, it was an adventure. It was a buildup. It was the excitement that the cameras are on. They're in the back of the building. There's a possibility that she may get caught. And that right there made her dripping wet. It turned her on. See, a lot of times you guys are so missionary minded and so vanilla minded that you miss the real joy of experiencing the woman's true sexual nature. And that was the beauty of it. And every woman wants that thrill of being on the edge where you could get caught or you may not get caught. And that's powerful. I think a lot of right there is like, why would you? That's why you need to listen to what we're saying. We're giving you clear blueprints on what to do. How do we talk this? How did he get the woman to even do that? He set the stage it was set and wasn't set, but the stage was set for it to happen just that way. But see, most guys would have missed it because they were more focused on the car window being broke, that they would have missed the opportunity that was right there.
And they have the police involved and all of this shit. And I'm like, I gotta get a win out of this. I need a W. It's like I want a W. I done gave, and that's the thing. I tell you all the time, L. I'm a giver.
Right.
Ain't nobody can mistake me for not giving. Never.
Mm-hmm.
I give first. That way, when it's time for mine, there ain't no excuse. There ain't no what you call it. Any reason for you to, if you was really on my team, there's no reason for me to not have my port, because I done did everything I was supposed to do. I did all the pieces that I do.
Right, and that's the that's the most powerful thing right there. So as we telling you these stories, you need to get the lessons out of them. How do we, like I was sharing in part one, how I got the women to it's just, I mean, I'm trying to talk, not trying to, how I made them to get this not monetized, so I can pretty much say what I want to say. How I got women to come pretty much over the phone. That's what it pretty boiled down to. And it was through the language that I use and also setting up the stage. And if you listen to part one of this, you'll hear how it was done. Because a lot of you guys have come back in the comments, how did you do that? I'm giving you the blueprint right now. Part one and part two. If you listen to the story, the how is given to you. But what you didn't hear is, if you listen to the beginning of this, the intention that was set. He had an intention like, look, I'm going to get a win out of this. Did he get his win? Yes, he did.
Yeah. I mean, it actually was so much of a W, because I don't know why she was so apprehensive. At the very next time I saw her, she literally took the bus over. She took the bus down and from the Bronx to the GW, right?
Mm-hmm.
And there's another bus that goes just over the GW. It costs $1 back in the day. I don't know how much it costs now.
Yeah.
But it goes from the GW New York to the GW New Jersey.
I know.
Right?
I rode it before.
And then there's another bus you got to get on that takes you into various parts of Jersey.
Yeah.
She ended up taking a bus. I think it was the Red and Tan. I think it's something else now. I think Coach USA owns it. She took that bus all the way down from the GW to my office in East Orange at the time.
Mm-hmm.
I had a very small office in East Orange, very tiny office, not the one you saw.
Yeah.
It was not even 20 by 20. That's how small the fucking office was. Maybe 80 square feet, no bullshit. Or whatever that dimension is, right? 400, that's 400 square feet, right? So I'm in there, and there's two guys working there. My friend Winston and my friend Fred. No, was it Anthony? No, it was Anthony. Sorry, it's Anthony at the time. Fred wasn't there yet. So Anthony and Winston, they were both my co-workers that was helping me with my company. I was building my company from scratch. I only had like one or two clients at the time. So I hear that, she's like, oh, we're gonna go out tonight, whatever. I was like, yeah, she usually meets me at my apartment, and I would say, okay, our deal was, I'm not gonna come all the way to the Bronx to get you. If we like eating in Jersey, make your way to my place, and I'll make sure you get a ride home. Of course, that sounds formal, but you know how it works out with people.
Yeah.
If she was freeloading, she'd be having me go pick her up and shit. It's better that the girl gives you something than you give her something,
Right.
So she's saying, I'm thinking she's gonna meet me at my apartment. So I'm like rushing, trying to get my work done. I'm like, come on, guys, let's go. We're going to that server later. Like, come on, usually want to stay here till 11, 12 o'clock. We usually end up playing video games or getting on dating sites or something like that. He's like, they're all mad at me. Like, why are you trying to get out of here, man? Like, we usually spend like at least 3-4 hours here. Like, let's just hurry the fuck up. Because I'm like trying to get out of here so I can get to my apartment where she's probably going to be waiting. My doorman, he used to get pissed. He was like, well, you know who's here, and she didn't want to wait in the lobby. So she would be waiting upstairs at my door, at my apartment door. She was like that, like roped in, you know what I'm saying? So she would actually come. And this is not a whole new story. This is just basically the continuation of the other one. Because we got so intertwined in that particular situation, she actually did not go to my apartment. She actually came straight to my office, and I didn't know she was going to be there. She ended up taking the bus all the way down to my office, and then taking a cab from the bus station all the way to my office. She spent like a good $40-50.
Jeez Louise, man.
to make all those extra, turns just to meet me there to surprise me.
Right.
But she knew I was leaving. I told her, I'm leaving at 5 o'clock. I'm leaving at 5 o'clock. I'm kicking everybody else out at 5 o'clock. Everybody's like, no, we can stay. We can stay. I say, no, you're getting out at 5 o'clock. Everybody's getting out. And I started, listen, I'm locking the door because I don't want to have to leave the door open. I don't want to, this is, I don't know what kind of neighborhood this is. This is all my fucking equipment here. She goes, okay, let's all go. So everybody's getting in their cars to leave. And I'm getting my car to leave. I'm seeing some short heels walking up the damn block.
Oh my God.
And I'm like, what the fuck are you doing here? So she's coming up the block, and I'm like, she was like, can I use your bathroom real quick? Because, I've been like traveling for like an hour and a half. I said, all right, cool. Let's go in the bathroom, whatever. She goes to the bathroom, and then I go, and I'm like, trying to wrap things up. I'm like, I thought I was rushing. Now I don't have to rush. So now I'm calling the restaurant. Yo, reservations. Gotta get those reservations moved around. Because now we already here. I might as well stay here, go to a restaurant here. Yo, I'm sitting at my desk. This girl comes out the bathroom. She don't know nobody else is gone yet. She comes out the fucking bathroom. I don't hear her yet. I hear her go to the door.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, why is she going down the hallway for the door? She goes to the hallway. She goes to the door, and I hear the door go click. And I'm like, you know how you turn that little metal door?
Right.
I hear click. I'm like, why she lock the door? It's an office. The door never locked.
Right.
Leaving. She locked the door. So then I'm turning around, and I don't see her. So she's walking back down the hallway, coming back towards me. She don't got a fucking thing on.
Oh my freaking God. Let me drink this tea.
She was like, she said, this ain't a date. Like, we fucking.
That
she done took she didn't even use my chair. She sat in I have 3 chairs. This office is real tiny. It was 3 desks. She done sat in the chair of one of my other people. I had the good chair. These were the 2 other chairs, 2 Samsonite chairs, and I had an Aeron chair from Herman Miller. She done sat in one of the 2 Samsonite chairs, and like legs up on the arms of the chair, and was like, let's go right now. Dude, by the time I was done, that Samsonite chair is my chair now because
she didn't
all over the damn chair.
Wow.
I'm like, damn, you don't have no. She's like, no. She's like, I saved it all up for you, and it's like these were like a nice blue, like it's like a water blue color, but they were like upholstery, but they were like very, very comfortable. She sat her naked ass in that damn chair and was like, let me have it. And I had to give up my $2,000 Herman Miller chair until I could replace the damn Samsonite. And I was telling her, no, it's my fault. I was trying to sleep in the chair, and the chair fell over. Like, no, the chair looks fine. I'm going to take my chair back, bro. I'm like, no.
Take
that chair.
Like, right, take that chair. Take it right now.
Like,
take it right now.
Give me the chair. You use my Herman Miller until I replace this chair.
Right. Take it now. It's amazing. Even in the other location, but that's a whole nother conversation. I can say I went up and down the elevator, and I had to make sure I had to jump off the elevator. I had to jump off the elevator.
Did I ever get lucky in that office? I don't think I ever did.
It was too much. It was too intense. I had to jump off the elevator.
I don't think that office. I don't think I've ever been in that office. The one me and Elle are talking about right now, I had over 12,000 square feet in that office. And I don't think I ever got lucky. And we done had more stories told, more like incidents with live incidents. I mean, my God. Like,
I just thought about
that was Story Central. Yeah. We done had the baddest people walk through there. We done had oh my goodness. When I talk about Jesus.
Yeah. I'm gonna tell you one story. Well, it's not so much story. I remember I had to think how I want to say it. That's why I'm trying to trip it up. I remember even with that, I had someone I was talking to and my assistant, even you believe it or not, I had an assistant back then, come up to meet at the same time at your office. So they both meet each other like, hi, hey Lawrence, hey Lawrence, who is that? I said, that's so and so, and that's who I was telling you about. Oh, okay. I was like, oh shoot.
Well, that's the one from N, huh? The one from
Yeah,
N.
yeah, yeah. The other one, God bless her soul, she passed away about a year or two ago. Yeah, yeah, my assistant. Yeah, my assistant. Not that one.
Oh, okay.
My assistant.
Okay.
Yeah, my assistant passed away. So I want to give back. I mean, because my mind went way some things I thought about. So let's get back to what we were talking about. So how do we even make? So the thing of it is, you realize the biggest thing is that you give instructions to women. Women follow instructions. Also, too, first thing I talked about on this video, we talked about intention. A lot of times your intentions are already set. It was something I read in one of the books I have over here. The secret to getting money is having some. And what he said in there is the person with the strongest intent actually wins, whether they're right or wrong. And so what a lot of times we as men or we as individuals don't set our intentions on what we want to happen. Like I gave the story of the situation with the lady, with the young lady and her mother being there. My intention was for her to give me head, plain and simple. So so once I learned how that to work, I began to put it to practice on other women. So what I did was, even then we stayed together. I would leave and go see this teacher, or she was a nurse or a teacher, one of the two. And the first time we didn't do nothing, so I set my intention like next time we meet, I'm hitting it. Sure enough, I'll go over there. Her daughter's there, her little daughter. I went, oh my God. So I guess that's gonna be the end of it. So she's fixing food. Mommy, this and this and that. She said, well, you got to take a bath and go to bed. Well, what Mr. Adams is going to do? He's gonna be here for a little bit. I said, oh my God, what did I do? Sure enough, she took her little shower. She came in there. She came with a robe on. I said, oh, okay. Oh, okay. I said, where's Susie at? Oh, Susie's just her nighttime. It's like bright outside. I'm like,
midtime, 3 in the afternoon. Like,
I'm like, oh, okay, great. Sure enough, she unrobed, and the rest was history. We ended up being intimate. But the thing of it is, my intention was set. And I think a lot of times guys don't set up, or people, because it's men and women listen, don't set their intentions high enough of what they want to happen. It's really that easy. We make it hard when we try to, how can I say it, put more into it, that I got to say the right thing or I got to dress a certain way. Yeah. No, it's your intentions. Once it's set, this is what I want to happen. It 9 out of 10 times is going to happen. Like I'm working on an intention right now for something, and the individual is going to pay, and how she's going to pay, we're all going to enjoy.
Exactly. It's perfectly understandable. I mean, it's we have to understand that, I talk about, the difference between comfort and happiness all the time. You know what I'm saying? And what we don't do a lot of times is decide how happy we're supposed to be.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? If you take the energy to go look and find somebody and literally got comfortable with somebody to do these particular things we're talking about, then the sky is the limit. You know what I'm saying? The sky is the limit, and there's no reason why, you wouldn't embellish. I thought maybe COVID or whatever was going to stop anybody from, being intimate. No, it's the exact opposite. You know how many COVID babies are
on the way
in the next, couple of months? Like New Year's is going to be a motherfucker. You know what I'm saying?
It'll be a whole Yeah, they're gonna fill the schools back up in about 10, 20 years.
That's gonna be the new baby boom. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
it is. It is. I had to make sure I didn't get a hold of that wave.
You know what I'm saying? And I think that we all have to be cognizant that even though the circumstances change, the game is the same.
It always is. It
I got
always
a
is.
call. Oh, this ain't even this story ain't even a week old. It's not even a whole story. So it's damn, I'm getting in so much trouble. And I know there's innocence in every conversation. There's platonic levels. There are flirtatious levels. Trust me, I know the difference.
Mm-hmm.
But I got hit up on Messenger
Mm-hmm.
by somebody else's ex the other day. So, but I'm not saying no clues, no nothing. Because I don't know how long this story gonna be up and how far it reaches.
Mm-hmm.
But when I did, I could detect so much. When they bring the new guy on to a Messenger, it's almost like you know this is like when Knight Rider was trying to get away from it's like a big smoke screen come up the back of the car. You're like, oh shit, where'd he go? Like you could tell this guy was with this girl, and it didn't matter what he had to say. She just wanted an excuse to get on a call and talk to me.
Yeah.
Through Messenger, and she wanted an excuse.
Right.
And can I tell you, not even 2 days after that, you know how we Messenger one-on-one through Facebook? Not even 2 days after that, I was invited out to a bar that's not supposed to even be open. And she was like, "Oh, I know everybody's safe, whatever." And I didn't go. I done had 2 invitations already, and I said, I was trying to get past some, other hurdles, till the 18th of this month, which happens to be today, right now. Today's the 18th.
Mm-hmm.
I was trying to, I was doing a certain type of fast. That's a whole religious thing. We won't get into it now.
Mm-hmm.
I was doing a certain type of fast up until this day, because today was a deadline for another reason, and I fasted a certain thing up to this point. And I almost broke my fast talking to you tonight, because I was gonna, take a drink, anything like that. I haven't had not one drink since the pandemic started.
Mm-hmm.
And I said, I'm gonna keep that away until I get my goal of 818, because there was a certain goal I was trying to meet today.
Mm-hmm.
I'll talk to you about it later. But basically, I got invited last week by this girl to go hang out with her new boyfriend, because the guy knows me. This guy's a flick, you know what I'm saying? And he's trying to, show the commonality. Oh, I know him. Blah, blah, blah. He's a DJ over here. I'm like, I know that girl. I know exactly why she's contacting me. I know exactly why she knows I'm down. She knows exactly what's going on. She knows everything. So crazy. Yeah. That's temptation, because I was trying to mess up my fast. In my head, I dedicated something that wasn't supposed to be it and turned it into a fast until this today. And you know what? Today's the day. So if I get invited somewhere tomorrow or Thursday, I'm all good. But
right.
I got invited by my other crew, the people who actually worked with when I was DJing. I got invited to another place last week, and I didn't go there either, because I just felt like I needed to be consistent. Mm-hmm. I did literally from March, April, May, June, July. This is August now, 5-month, alcohol fast. Not because I needed a detox, but because I was going to be down anyway. I might as well just dedicate that downtime to something, and that's what I did. And now I'm choosing for it to be over. You remember, if I chose to start it, then I could choose to end it. You know what I'm saying?
That's very true. That's very true. So yeah, man, this is amazing. The stories that we have, and it's amazing because if guys were to dissect what we're talking about, they will get.
They get signals.
They they will get game that they're not going to hear it everywhere. And what happens is you're hearing the story, but there's lessons in the story. There's lessons in the story, because a lot of time guys come back behind the scene. Well, how did you do that? What did you say? There's lesson in the story of what we're talking about. So initially, this is part 2, how I use the foam to make them wet, pretty much. And that's exactly what we're getting at. And I just thought about the individual now that you and I both know. That will be off the air where I'll tell you who that was, because you definitely know them.
I already know who it is.
You think I think this one will be a surprise.
I gotta feel who it is.
And let's just put it that Johnny Gill, I can feel the music in the air. Where I touch and rub you the right way. Oh yeah.
Jesus.
Rub them the right way. Touch. So yeah, but we're saying some things because we got history between us, but I'm also saying some things I want you guys and women who are listening to this to understand. Like I said we said in the first video, a lot of times women's minds are not activated during the time of sex. So when I said I used the foam, or we use the foam to activate, we're activating the woman's mind to become one with her body, so that she's in an erotic place in her imagination, and now her body now responds to that. That is the biggest lesson. That's, if you can get anything out of this, get that lesson. And you asking how we did it, go listen to part 1, and it's just an hour long, and listen to part 2, we're almost an hour at that. There is enough in there to get you going. Even if you mess up, I'm asking you to go back and listen to these videos, go back and listen to the first videos, then come back and listen to this again, because there's so much in the story. Because if you realize that we learn better with stories than just giving the principle 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You'll learn better when you hear the story like, oh, now I see what you're doing. Matter of fact, what does this hit me up? Somebody want to dating that. Okay, great. So it's that powerful. But let me say this, because I didn't give my story about who the famous person was and the individual. I'm gonna wait till maybe next time and I'll share that.
Oh, no.
I think I'll wait till next time.
You cut him off again.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna wait till next time. But I will say this. The individual was engaged. I knew by gifting that, and not by selfish means, that she shouldn't get married to the individual she was going to get married to. And she did get married to the individual, and now they're divorced. And while you think she was engaged, what do you think she did?
She play in the ocean again. Like, she went swimming.
Right there. So I think a lot of times guys think, the thing of it is, it's the man who understands himself, understands female nature and sexuality, and who also put to action what we're talking about. None of this works unless you work it. You got, like you talked about before, I remember listening, going to a conference and listening to Zig Ziglar. You never heard that name in years. You probably don't even know who that is, Zig Ziglar. Listen to Zig Ziglar talk about priming the pump. And that's exactly what I did. And so women are, what in this pandemic, let me say this, women are up to here in stress. You might take the hair, may take the wig off, they may look like that, but they are up to here in stress. What do you think they need? They need a stress reliever. You got to be in such a position where you create the environment where you relieve the tension from her. It's not just ordinary sex, vanilla sex. Okay, all right, lay down. No, it's sex where you so, for the sake of good words, is the only word I can think of. You just fuck her mind so good that her body just follows right behind her. And I think a lot of times you guys is, what do I say? What do I need to do? Do I need to touch you on the shoulder? Did I touch your nipple? No, 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 no. Get up here. When you master up here, no matter who she with, she's always gonna come back to you.
Absolutely.
Always come back to you.
Absolutely.
It's amazing. Most guys don't ever understand how powerful that is. Because after almost 10 years, my theory is they always come back.
Yeah. You don't, if you had a, you know, I'm not saying every relationship is like this, but if you had, you know, a pretty decent, you know, interaction with your person that you with, you definitely, you know, if there was just some circumstances that were maybe misunderstood, or just maybe miscommunication, which is a lot of times what's going on in a lot of relationships. Once y'all mature later, you know, sometimes you got to get out of a situation so you can look on top of it. You know, some people, when they're in something, they can't see on top of it. You know what I'm saying? And what we got to do is get out of it so we can look at it, evaluate it from while on top, and you can start to see what really went wrong. And I think that if you can do that in a mature manner, then you can go back and, you know, talk to a person that you used to be with, have a nice conversation, you know, whatever, do whatever. But I've had some crazy situations when it came to forgiveness. I mean, I don't even want to mention this person's name either. My God, there's so many like secrets, many secrets. I had a person call me up 10 years later, and they told me, you know, they weren't in a good financial position, but they still felt obligated to tell me that they wanted some, you know, I don't know, you know how you have remorse for something, but you didn't really have remorse at the time, but you start to gain remorse. So I got this phone call, and I'm thinking, oh yeah, all right, hey, what's up? How you doing? Yeah, well, you know, we kind of made a pact like 10 years ago that if we broke up, you know, if we weren't together with anybody in 10 years from now, that we'd call each other up and, you know, we'd get back together again. I said, I know that, but, you know, I'm with somebody now and so are you. So why the fuck are you calling me? You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, it almost like kind of like, what do you want here? You know that was just a thought in the wind, and it should have been like, you know, okay, this is the last time. I'm out of here. Probably won't see you ever again. Why are you calling me? Just why are you calling me?
Right.
So I get, you know, well, I'm not in the new place I moved. I'm not in that state right now. I'm actually in New York. And I'm like, you're in New York? What are you doing up here? Well, I came for several reasons, but one of them was to talk to you. And I was like, we just talked on the phone, and you know, I'm already not happy. You know, I'm setting the stage. You know, some people, you talk about intention. My intention was to leave this shit alone because I don't go that far past. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It's one thing to drive backwards so you can fit in a parking spot. It's another thing to drive backwards down the damn highway, and that's when you go 10 years back.
Yeah,
that's exactly how stupid you look driving down the highway backwards. Okay, so, but I entertain it. And what I did to protect myself, I called one of my good friends and I said, the same way motherfuckers be pulling that shit on me, I'm gonna pull it on them. I said, yeah, I'll meet you for dinner, no problem. Met him for dinner. Well, my friend was at the restaurant too.
Right.
I said, oh, and she knew the guy, so it wasn't like a stranger, you know what I'm saying? So I was like, oh, you remember so and so? I'm trying not to get the story gonna get out anyway. If somehow I want to make sure the innocent is protected here, you know what I'm saying? So,
right.
And you know, in this conversation now, he was faced with a whole new challenge because you know some women think they have certain power over you, and I broke that power by having my friend there. And I was like, yeah, how you doing? Okay, everything good. Well, I just want to say, you know, I never I kind of understand what happened back then, and I want to apologize, blah blah. And I'm like, okay, I get it. I see the mistakes I made, whatever. Can I tell you, Larry, that fortress that I had built up wasn't enough. It just wasn't enough because of the atmosphere. The atmosphere was built up. I don't know if you remember Chart House in Weehawken. There's a big restaurant that has these 3-story windows that overlook the city. Why my dumb ass picked the nicest restaurant in New Jersey, and it literally set off this situation. And it went from me having all this power to me setting the stage for like one of the most craziest nights I end up having. And I'm talking about to the point where my good friends was looking at me like, is this really gonna go down? He was like trying to like stay in the path, you know, like the train's coming. I'm standing on the tracks. I got my hands out like this, and he's trying to yank me off the tracks. I'm talking about he would not. I was like, yo, bro, you know, I know it's late. Why don't you get out of here? You know, like I went from him being a wingman to help me to like, you got to get out of here.
Right.
And he was like, what are you doing? I'm like, I can handle this, you know, because see, in my mind, I was like, as much as I was put through in the past, I felt like one more time wouldn't have been nothing. It wouldn't have meant nothing to me, but it would have just been another nut, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
And I just wanted it. I just decided at that moment. I don't know if it's because I had my favorite drink, Drambuie, but I was definitely, and she was going along with it. It was the weirdest thing. She was going along with it. So he stuck around the whole night. I'm talking about 3 more hours. We were going to different bars. We went to a diner. We was talking for hours. We all had stories. We were trying to go over all the shit we went through. 3 hours. And
she wouldn't shake.
She would not shake. And then eventually it was like, time to go home. I called one of my car services. I had a car service. It's still to this day. It's called Easy Limo. It's a real car company. I don't play around. I don't tell stories that are fake. I called the car company. They're in Jersey. And I told them, come get, you know, this individual, take them back to their apartment in New York. I thought, even though it took hours, I got away safely, but we made such a reconnection that the very next night, I got a text message of a room number. And it was not in New York. It was in New Jersey.
Oh my God.
This girl made her way. She kept, dude, I had an account with this company. She done kept the damn card, took the car service back with my account, then booked the hotel room and was telling me, come get this.
They don't want to believe it. They don't believe it, man.
You know the programming it took? You know how much programming it takes to be mad at somebody and take the same emotion and turn that shit into pure bliss?
Right.
And I talk about bliss. I'm talking about like
real
raw emotion. Like, and this girl, she could, you know, some people got sensitive whatever's down there. Like, she is like, it's like she is like a rabbit. Like, seriously. See, in my head, I was like, I need just one more picture in my head of that one more time.
Right. They ain't ready for that, man. This story is, it said you guys are making these up. You got it. This can't be true. If you don't believe, see, that's the thing. Even with this story, you got to realize we're talking from a place of experience. That's what they're missing. It's experience. I'm trying to think who the individual is, but that's gonna be off air. But I know it's talking from a place of of experience. And so we are past the hour mark, man. If I would have did this show on a regular channel, oh my God.
Oh, they would have been crazy.
I know.
There's a way to keep this PG and still tell a story.
Yeah, but I want to make sure I'm learning how to do this where this is directly where we talk about this on this channel.
It'll have its own value here. You're right.
Yeah. So they'll come back and listen to it. So I know there's only one person. You looking at it you looking at it?
I see it's like a razor.
Yeah, he's gone. No, so it's this one person that's watching. So
okay.
This is LDA after dark. JD, we're going to cut it. Hey, but we're going to go into next time. We're going to talk about more about what we're talking about.
I still ain't talk about the stripper and the chokehold.
Oh my God!
So I guess that'll be next time again.
Yeah, next time again. So we're talking about y'all ain't ready for this. You need to go back and listen to the first video on this channel. Listen to that video. Look into the second one. Look into the third one. Everything is good up on it. It's strategic how it's done, believe it or not. How it's done. But go back and listen to the first video. Leave a comment. When you leave a comment, what's going to happen is I'll see the comment, then we can bring it up on the next broadcast when we're talking about it. So this is LDA After Dark, JD. Salute.
All right. Peace, bro.
And